Can a man actually rob God? I mean, is that even possible? The creator of the universe, the one who holds everything in his hands? Can a man rob God? That's a big question. How can I rob a God that he doesn't need money? What does he need the greenback of the United States of America or the ruby or in India or or the British pound? What God can't do nothing with that. He can't do anything really with an orange or an apple. Think about that. I mean, he created it. So why would he want that? And why does his word say in Malachi chapter 3, will a man rob God? And then it goes on and says, yet you have robbed me. Can a man rob God? Yet you have robbed me. How can we rob God? Because God doesn't need the money, and God doesn't need the cars, and God doesn't need the house. God doesn't need that. I mean, Jesus ministered from the mountaintop. He ministered in the valley. He ministered on a brook. He ministered in the sea. Everywhere he was, and the people gathered together, he took loaves and fishes and multiplied it. So does God really need your money? No. So then what is it that we're robbing God? Are you ready? Are you ready to see what we rob God? It says, will a man rob God? I'm reading out of Malachi chapter 3, verse 8. It says, will a man rob God? Yet you have robbed me. But you say, wherein have we robbed thee? He says, in tithes and offerings. In tithes and offerings. Yeah, but does he really need the money? Watch this. Watch this. He says, you're cursed with a curse, for you have robbed me, even the whole nation. Then he says this, bring you all the tithes in the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. And he goes and he says, and prove me, test me, try me. Now herein, saith the Lord of hosts, if I will not open the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing, that there shall not be room enough to receive, I will rebuke the devourer for your sakes, and he shall not destroy the fruits of your ground, neither shall your vine cast her fruit before the time in the field, saith the Lord of hosts, and all nations shall call you blessed, and you shall be delightsome land, saith the Lord of hosts. There's 7 blessings that are in there. How do we rob God? Is it the money that we're robbing God? No. Here's what we're robbing God. God is a father. I have children, and I was going to take my children on a beautiful trip one day. And my oldest child, my daughter, she was 11 years old at the time, and my youngest was about 3 years of age. And we were going to take a trip to California. And the Lord had made it available to where we can go on this trip. It was a business trip, but I wanted them to see what California looked like. And then we're going to drive Highway 1, and we were going to see the coastline. It's going to be so beautiful. And my daughter was not obeying. My daughter was not finishing her homework like she's supposed to. She was going to get left back in her grade. And I said, baby, all you have to do is finish your homework. Finish your homework, you can go on a trip with us tomorrow. If you don't finish your homework, you're going to stay with your grandmother. And you know what my daughter did? She did not finish her homework. So I had to be true to my word. I was going to bless my daughter, which was really going to bless me, that my daughter was going to be with me. But what kind of father would I be putting down a rule that she could not go with me or with us if she didn't finish her homework? And I broke it. So I had to be true to my word. So I told her, you're going to stay with grandma. So I took my 2 sons. Now I have a video of that day. And I have the saddest face in the world. We get on the plane and we fly to California, and we get to California, and I was so sad the entire day. We rented a car, we drove up, and it should have been the greatest day for me, but I was robbed. I was robbed of the blessing of having my daughter with me. I was robbed. I was robbed more than she was robbed because she disobeyed. Not because me. I had to be obedient to my word. But because she disobeyed, I was robbed of a blessing of having my daughter, my whole family with me. And it was very, very sad. I remember that to this day. She was 11. Today she's 34. That's how long it scarred me. And that's what God is saying. You're robbing from me from blessing you. I want to bless you, but you're robbing from me. I can't bless you because you're cursed with a curse, and I can't bless a curse. I need to get you to walk in the abundant life. Be obedient to my word and give me glory and teach my people how to give tithes and offerings. That's my responsibility, my friends. My responsibility is to teach you how to give.